Hey, Rock Beer viewers, happy Homebrew Wednesday. I'm just sitting here out in the brew house, blending some malt together, watching some YouTube. I'm pointing off camera to my iPad and drinking a trash garbage um, framboos lambic, canned lambic. I think I probably already put that video out. It's trash garbage. I don't like it. It did not do well. Anyway, I'm not even gonna take a sip. It's not worth cheersing you guys with. Yeah. So this has been a very trying homebrew week. I had a little accident with the grandfather after the last brew day. I must have, when I was cleaning when I took the grandfather out into the driveway to hit it with the hose, and I guess I stepped on the plug. It must have fallen out. I'd kind of wrapped it around, and yeah, I must have stepped on the plug because I broke one of the contacts off, and then when I went to run some sanitizer through it to clean up the chiller, and I realized that it wouldn't go in the plug because one of the contacts completely broke off. So I had to do some surgery on it. So let's take a look at that right now. All right, welcome back. So that was that was past Alex doing some electricianizing, electrosurgery, and he was scared to death to plug that baby in. Let me tell you, but it worked, and I've done a total clean on the grandfather with and I've had it boil sanitizer, or I've had it boil water. I've had it do sanitizer, and then I've boiled water with it, and I've left it on for over an hour. No problem. So the plug is fine. Doesn't seem to be. But a new problem is, and what I was actually wanting to brew this weekend. I made a starter I made a starter with some Kvike yeast that I had in the fridge that was way out of date. It took a little while to take off, but it finally did. And then I was all set to brew, and I realized when I was cleaning the grandfather out, or cleaning it back up, I realized that there's a damn leak now between the connection between the pump and the chiller. So now, and I cannot get it to seal properly, and I don't know what the hell is wrong. So I'm actually out here also. I'm hunting around for any kind of O-rings I've got to just kind of ram them up there. So that kind of kept me from brewing this weekend, just because I didn't want to brew a beer and then have it just piss out that seal. I mean, one thing is having water come out of there and having, put towels down and stuff, but another thing would be having it piss work down the side for, whatever, the 35 minutes or whatever it takes to recirculate and chill it into the fermenter. So I didn't, but I think I've got the malt bill already, and I've got the yeast is just sitting in a starter. The starter is all burned out now, so it's just in a cake at the bottom. And I think what I'll do is I think I might do it during my lunch or something. I might just throw it on during a work day, since I'm working right next to the laundry room where I've got the grain father set up right now. I might try and do, and it's a half batch. It's only going to be a 10-liter batch of old ale, so shouldn't be that hard to keep an eye on. And yeah, so that was two things, and then I kegged the damn the black IPA that turned out brown, and then as soon as I put it on in the kegerator and purged the headspace, boom, the needle dropped to zero. It just went, and so I was out of CO2. So I had to find a place that was still open that would exchange my CO2 bottles in lockdown. So I went to an electronics store of all places, and I exchanged. I use SodaStream CO2 bottles, and I found an electronics store that was open that exchanged them still. So I had to drive down and do that Saturday. So now I've got I had hoped to do a tasting for this Homebrew Wednesday on the brown ale. I actually recorded a tasting for the pale ale, but I hated it. I hated the recording. I hated it. So I'm gonna have to redo that. Maybe I'll put in some clips from the other one, or maybe I'll just put it out. I don't know what I'll do with it. But it was dumb. I'd maybe had a few. I think I'd had a few pops before. I can't remember now. I just remember that I basically forgot everything about the beer and just stood there like trying to look on my phone to figure out what the hell I had made, how I had made this monstrosity. So maybe that probably won't ever see the light of day. But that thing's drinking really nice right now, and hopefully in the next few days I'll be able to try my India brown ale. It's been on gas now, since Saturday afternoon. So yeah, probably sometime this week it'll be ready to drink, or it'll be fully carbonated. I mean, I could drink it now, of course. I'm gonna go in on this. Ugh. God, it's so super sour, and it just tastes like balls. Anyway, I'm not gonna throw it out. Don't tell me to throw it out. I do what I want. I paid who knows how much for this when it was new. I'm gonna drink it. God damn it! I don't even know. Yeah, there's no price or anything. I'm gonna drink it. I'm not gonna throw lambic down the drain. Anyway, yeah. So no brewing footage. Just the surgerizing. Maybe I'll. Do I have anything else going on? I finally ordered. I finally pulled the trigger on my order. It went through a few of homebrewing stuff, because last week's Homebrew Wednesday I found all that malt that I didn't know I had. I didn't know I had so much base malt. So I actually, instead of ordering, I was going to order a 25 kilogram sack of Pilsner malt, and I just felt like that was overkill. Also, they were gouging deep on the shipping on that. So what I did instead is I really wanted some fresh Pilsner malt, because I want to make the Italian Pilsner and have that in the pipeline lagering. So what I did was I just ordered 5 kilos of Pilsner malt, and some Carafoam, some Carapils to go, and that's going to be my Pilsner. And then I ordered some wheats and some two-row pale ale malt. And what I'm going to do on my next brew, and then I had put the Kvike yeast in a starter, and it hadn't taken off. And I'm giving up on the yeast that I made the brown ale with, because it's just too much hops in it, and I didn't want to screw around with trying to harvest and clean it. So I ended up ordering a pouch of imperial yeast Viking, or Viking. Is it Viking or Viking? The Kvike strain. I think it's Voss. So I ordered that, and then I ordered pale two row and wheat malt. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make an Oberon clone. So Bell's Oberon. Oberon Day was recently. Seeing a lot of Oberon pics on social media, and I thought, oh man, I wouldn't mind having a nice, just drinkable, American wheat beer on. So I ordered a bunch of two row, and then I'm gonna make it with the Kvike, with the Voss, because I think that'll give a cool orange note to it. So yeah, so I'm gonna do the Italian Pilsner, gonna do the Kvike Oberon, the Kvikeron, and then with this. And then I got this old ale that I'm gonna do with some of the leftover stuff, and then I think with more of the leftover stuff, I think I'm gonna put together an oatmeal stout. I ordered some rye. I think I'm gonna do my oatmeal, my rye. No, not oatmeal. My rye Guinness, my Guinness-ish, but with rye. That I did this summer. That you can see that video. I did that for my 10th wedding anniversary party, and that was a huge hit. I really loved that beer, so I think I'm gonna do that with some of the leftover Maris that I've got, and with that rye, and I got a bunch of dark malt too. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I didn't get much brewing done this weekend just because of all those little hiccups, but. Yeah, I got 3 beers now on tap, including my Imperial Stout from this summer, which I think I got a bottle soon, or else I'm afraid I really want that tap back, and I want to save some of that for my brother and my dad. So I think I'm gonna try, and maybe sometime this week or next weekend I'll try and bottle off the rest of that Imperial Stout. Make room for Oberon. Gotta have room for Kvikeron. All right, guys, that was my brewing update for this week. I'm gonna slowly get back to drinking this monstrosity, and I'll see you guys next week. Cheers. Well, I mean, I'm doing videos like every day now, so I'll see you probably like tomorrow. But we're not gonna see each other. You know how videos work. You've been doing this for a while. We've been doing this for a while. Cheers.